So for those CEOs that don't fully understand how a fractional CMO engagement works, right? How would you describe your role and how do you plug into their executive team and growth agenda on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, I think the best way to describe it is a conversation I had with a prospective client today where they want fractional CMO for the first time. They want to bring me in. I said, and he said, I'd like you to, be as if you're a full-time employee, even though your time is fractional. We're an extension of the executive team. We plug right in. We're on the ELT executive leadership team. We're working hand in hand in the trenches. We're strategic operators. And whether you have us as a day a week or 5 days a week, we're all in. We're committed to results and outcomes and improving your business, whether it's your trajectory, your visibility, your profitability, your revenue growth, your go to market motion. And CEOs often find that whatever it is, they get stuck. It could be the industry, economic cycles. The team that got them there won't get them to the next phase and beyond. And because we have seen, most of us have been at up to $1 billion companies. We've done from paper startup to growth stage to VC to PE and more, and public companies. In my case, half my CMO tours were with public companies that we can easily fit right in. And because there's 100 of us, the CEO is not picking Grant necessarily. They're picking who's the best fit. B2B, SaaS. I've actually done quite a lot of professional services and technically most technical offerings, complex go-to-market motions. And if it's not me, it's someone else is going to be the ideal fit. And we're about customer success and, getting NPS of 10 at every client because that's, we have the highest NPS score of any professional services firm that does fractional work like we do. And we specialize in chief marketing officers, chief growth officers, chief sales officers. And those are areas that we've specialized in for mid-market companies and help them get to the next level of growth and success.
Awesome. Yeah, and this kind of fits in perfectly with what I was going to ask you next, which is, if we shadowed you for a week, what would we see you actually doing with clients across insight, strategy, and execution when you're helping a mid-market B2B SaaS company unlock its next phase of growth?
Yeah, it's a wide range of things. I think probably the best way to express it is that we act as if we're a full-time employee and we're engaged. And while we have prescribed days or times or periods where we're dedicating a certain amount of time or less or more, we try to be available all the time. We are all using Slack, have phone numbers, text, mail, whatever works to get through, make the connection. But it does bridge, as you said, down between insights that you generally gather early on and then ongoing to sort of formulate a game plan. You build the strategy, and there's various components in that depending on what the strategy is for. It could be your ICP strategy, could be your product launch strategy, could be your demand gen, or some connected strategy across the go-to-market team, and then an execution. And sometimes people ask me, well, do you do the execution? Absolutely. Like I have one client that has one full-time person, so I'm touching everything that gets delivered to the market or internally. I don't do everything, but I'm helping, improving,
Sure.
outlining, up leveling. And so it depends. Sometimes we're working with the team of one, sometimes a team of 100. Generally, they're fairly small teams that we work with. The companies are in the, 10 to $100 million range is sort of a sweet spot.
Yeah. So basically, anything it takes to get enable that GTM, essentially.
Yeah, and also to build operational visibility, operational, marketing, sales, marketing infrastructure, build sort of a foundation and a core operating capability that I call get the rev engine revving, right? So like you're in
Yes.
fourth gear, you don't want to go down to second, you want to get to fifth, sixth, whatever, all the way up to 8 or 12 gears, whatever analogy you like. That we have what happens is a lot of companies that get something works and they try something else and that works for a while, but we want to get enough tactics, tools, programs, campaigns, motions going that if something starts slowing down, you can't just do a webinar every day, right? SEO is good, AEO is great, but we've seen diminishing turns on pay per click, so you can't just rely on that. And so you need diversity of channels and pipeline sources. And so we're there to get the engine going more efficiently and faster.
For sure.